a bit ambitious from Goetze. Line square passes are not always advisable. Thomas' pass wasn't the best. Winks did very well to retrieve it. Quite what Alderweireld had in mind, but he's found a white shirt. Point. Easy that for Zagadou. Dahoud just beyond Delaney. Lucas Moura. No way past Witsel. Diallo. Never seemed to have control of that. Encouragement for Tottenham, and they need it. Just lost their way in the last 10 minutes or so. Borussia Dortmund have lost only 2 games all season, 3 if you count the German Cup exit on penalties last week, but Saturday's 3-3 draw with Hoffenheim must have felt like a defeat. They were 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Bayern Munich cut their lead at the top of the Bundesliga. They've actually gone 3 matches without a win since the start of February.
I think in that game as well, the weekend against Hoffenheim, I think Delaney, who's a very good partnership with Witsel, he was greatly missed. Just giving that stability at the back, and you had Dahoud that always wanted to get forward. But what they've got now, with Delaney back in, you've got Delaney and Witsel, they'll protect the back four. These both fullbacks can go forward at the same time, whilst being defensively strong.
Stayed by Hakimi. On by Son. Dortmund carrying the greater threat thus far. In Dortmund in 3 weeks' time to mark the stage for Champions League football. Foyt hasn't quite got over his stage fright as yet. Only his 2nd ever appearance in the competition. Hakimi, Jadon Sancho, Dahoud, waiting for Diallo, Sancho, altered by Foyt, Sissoko, tussling with Delaney, Eriksson emerges with the ball, Witsel gets in the way. Sissoko just trying to raise the temperature in midfield, where starting to have things their own way.
Yeah, you see Delaney and Sissoko. Sissoko wants the foul there. You can see why. As Delaney's going down, he just drags Sissoko down with him. I don't think the referee, Antonio Lahoz, I don't think he sees it, but that's what Delaney will do. And he's very good. I think in his earlier part of his career, you'd see him getting forward more, getting goals. He was very good at timing in the box, but now he just tends to sit more.
Alderweireld. It's straight there for Son. Toprak managed to improvise a headed back pass. Davinson Sanchez, Mr. Sissoko, Harry Winks. Serge Aurier, Eriksson has gone on. He's hooked in more out of hope than expectation. It'll actually find Vertonghen. Ashraf stood his ground, and it's kind of ironic applause, and sometimes draw the wrath of a referee. Was he fouled?
No, I don't think it's a foul. I think it's good defending from Hakimi, and obviously frustration from Vertonghen. I just think it's good defending. He's protecting the ball, allowing it to go out, but you can see when Vertonghen thinks about it, he believes it should have been a foul.
It is the opinion of the fullback, Danny Higginbottom, alongside me. Vertonghen will have dished out as much as he's received during his career. Very tidy links between Hakimi and Sancho and others on that right hand side. That's where Tottenham have a headache at the moment. Sanchez trying to make it worse. Sanchez back to his goalkeeper. Pressure, not quite so much here with all the Virel, or indeed with Davinson Sanchez. The three Tottenham centre-backs are seeing plenty of the ball in relatively comfortable positions. It's almost as if they have a man too many area. Here's Son Heung-min. Really affected all three games that he's played since his return to the club from his Asian Cup duties in the UAE. Particularly needed in the absence of Kane and Ali through injury. Quicken the attack, finds Lucas. Here's Eriksson, and he sets up Son. It's a really good challenge by Achraf Hakimi. Very alert to come across and pull back and make the block. Just popped up the volume a little. Sissoko into Son. Eriksson, Vertonghen, better from Tottenham. Testing cross, which Zagadou takes out of his goalkeeper's hands.
That's definitely better from Tottenham. I think what we just saw in that little passage of play is Eriksson getting more on the ball. More Tottenham can get the ball to him. He does. He's very clever at getting in between opposite midfield and defence, and that's what he did specifically well there. So the more they can get Eriksson on the ball, more fitly for Tottenham.
It's Christian Eriksen. Ball from Aurier. Here's 1 point by Eriksson, but Tottenham are going to play three centre-backs. They need one of them to step up and affect the game in a constructive way, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. He's been the one to do it. You know, he does take chances, but it's wonderful play, wonderful link up with Aurier. Just has a presence of mind to pull the ball back for Eriksson. It's just a little bit too far behind him, but nonetheless, it's wonderful play from Foyt. Eriksson just can't keep it down. It's nowhere near enough to trouble Berkey.
Sancho. Kini, Goetze. Lady. Himself, and Maurice was unconvincing. It's come out for Goetze. Sanchez did well. Maurice just pushed that out in front of him. It really could have fallen as easily to a yellow as a white shirt. Offside.
Well, the game just opened up in the last few minutes. Good play from Goetze, and they create overload in the wide area. Delaney doesn't use Maurice. And it looks from Aurier's perspective he's going to. That creates the extra time and space for Delaney. He gets the strike in, and it's a good save from Maurice. Does bounce off him, but around to clear the danger.
Ericsson doing well. The link with Son. Takes on over Toprak. A bit of footwork from Burkitt in the trick. Ericsson, and now Winks. And he tracks that well wide of the mark. Well, Roman Burkitt is in the best form of his 4 seasons at Dortmund. Doesn't matter where you stop it, from what part of the body.
It's a vital intervention. Otherwise, it's just had to roll the ball into an empty net. That's what Tottenham want to get. They want to get 1v1. Can they get Son against Toprak? Because there's only going to be one winner. Toprak not blessed with great pace. Son is very quick. The first few yards, that's what they'll be looking to do as much as they can.
More assertive now, top Sissoko. Sissoko finds Lucas. Lucas is offside. Looking forward to a 10-day break from competitive action after this game. Spurs been involved in 4 different competitions in the last 3 weeks alone. They're now out of both domestic cups. Dortmund are out of the German Cup too. Focus is clear for the remaining months of the season for both clubs. Goetze didn't quite anticipate the pass. Turn? I don't think it was it? I think he just lost it. Defenders, I think he frightened them to death, but suddenly looked a little that's better. And here's Sancho. Oh, he's flips on the edge of the penalty area. No, way on. Play weight on. Sancho convinced that he was brought down.
I think the reaction from Sissoko would tell you that he probably thought he had brought down Sancho as well. But once again, it's on that turnover. Sancho just being very clever, just staying out right inside and giving a real problem for Alderweireld, who doesn't want to face him one-to-one on the lead.
Pulisic. Hello. Tottenham, in one sense, has almost played into Dortmund's hands because they want to counter. They want Spurs to commit more to attack. There's a double-edged sword when Tottenham go forward.
Here's the challenge. See Sissoko. It doesn't get much clearer than that. And you can see, and that's why I said Sissoko's reaction just said everything. And I think Tottenham were actually more surprised than Dortmund that Dortmund didn't get the foul. But there's no intention of getting the ball there whatsoever. He just sees Sancho's gone past him. He's like, okay, going to do an old school trip up on him.
it was an old school trip and it was a foul. I think in the referee's defence, the only thing I'd say is that Sancho's leg, not intentionally, did kind of hook up against his other leg. Maybe gave the referee the impression that he looked to deceive him. He was wrong. But the referee has to slow motion replays like we have. He's in his mind that was a foul.
From Pulisic, how and Foyt. He does want to get forward. He does want to go and get involved, but he's just got to be mindful he's not too far ahead. And his other two centre-backs, Alderweireld and Sanchez.
Christian Pulisic has never really established himself in the Dortmund side this season, but it's a season during which he's already agreed a £58 million move to Chelsea for next season. They'll be coming here to London. Just loaned back to Dortmund for now. It's a chance for him to try to re-establish himself in the absence of Rafael Guerreiro, who is on the bench tonight. Diallo, Delaney, Hood, Hakimi, Tongan is sticking to the task out there, but it's not a familiar task for him. Lucas towards Son. Crowded in there, the ball is broken. Mitchell might get a foot on. Sancho to Hakimi. The cross is deflected. A little awkward for Lloris, but only a little. That he's had to play an English Premier game here on Sunday for a Saturday fixture ahead of a Champions League week. Dortmund played on Saturday, Hoffenheim. They've extra 24 hours to prepare their walking wounded. Seems a minor detail, fit athletic footballers, but at this stage of the season an extra 24 hours can make a difference. It's really good work by Delaney, Robin Eriksson, two Danish internationals in direct competition. Winks has it back to top. Is a handful. Good. Sancho. Hakimi. Ball run kindly for him. The intervention. Davinson Sanchez.
Creating a whole host of problems down the right hand side. The understanding between Hakimi and Sancho. Sancho going in narrow and dragging Vertonghen away or Alderweireld away, and then Hakimi every time he's having to go down the outside of him, and the real dangerous areas for Dortmund when they're going forward. Every time they're looking dangerous down the side.
football intelligence about Sancho. It's not just pace and trickery. 18 years of age is quite something. Sancho's cross, Zagadu's header. Lloris did just enough. Dortmund claiming the ball crossed the line, but typically agile save by the Tottenham skipper.
No, they just switched off. They allowed Dortmund to do a 2v1. Just see Zagadou at the far post, up against Voigt, gets well above him. Give credit to Voigt because I think it does get up. Ball hits the back of Voigt's head, it just slows it down. It's a good save from Lloris, but Tottenham's perspective, they just shut off and allowed Dortmund to play a quick corner.
Zagadou is only 19, he's still growing. Lloris is particularly strong in that area. Dortmund may feel as if they've shaded this first half. Certainly an outstanding away performance from them. They've carried a threat on the break, particularly down Jadon Sancho's flank. Tottenham have in terms of personnel and tactics. They've never looked altogether comfortable at any stage during a goalless first half at Wembley. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Borussia Dortmund 0.
This match is brought to you by Hotels.com. And Lay's, UEFA Champions League official sponsors.
Freedom threatened around the world, when floodwaters rise and wildfires rage, wherever the fight, whoever the enemy, when America needs a vet, he's a soldier. Do you have what it takes? Find out at GoArm.com/warriors.
Not a bet. It's a revolution in sleep. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed is on sale now from $8.99 during the Ultimate Sleep Number event. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It even helps with this. So you wake up ready to hit the ground running. Only at a Sleep Number store. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus 24-month financing on all smart beds. Only for a limited time. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep.
VR Football Halftime is presented by Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans.
Hello and welcome to the VR Football Halftime Show presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. We are going to have the best of the first half action coming up for you after the break. Next week as well, 2 more fantastic days of action when the elite of Europe are going to do battle on the big stage. Liverpool, Bayern, Barcelona, Juve, City, to name just a few, all in action for you. Make sure you join us.
Hi guys, this is the Chevy Equinox. Beautiful.
Wow.
It offers a lot of great technology inside.
Ooh, this is fancy.
That's the available HD surround vision camera.
The top of your car?
Mm-hmm. It helps you see dangers around the vehicle.
What is that?
Wait, what is that?
Oh my god. These are big alligators.
No.
So who's getting out first?
I don't know. I'm keeping this camera on.
Team, get in here.
Yep. Up and down the side. You got it.
You got this. With 141st pick, Seattle Seahawks.
It's alright, you got it, Shaquem.
Swing by.
VR Football Halftime is presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. This match is brought to you by Lay's.
Hello, welcome back to our Champions League coverage here on TNT Live. Here's just a quick look for you at the stage so far. No goal in that one as of yet. Ajax did have in the back of the net since Wade, so after VAR review, a bitter blow.
He misses that back post.
Christian Pulisic getting in on the action.
Look at this, but this one you have to drive in hard. You cannot do it like this, you know, because they're so tight. You have to really blast it. What's the chance? Really?
With that, maybe
No.
Final round of
they could do just back from the back, gets the header in there, and he comes up there.
goals. A few.
Quickly there. And we were saying the life of a goalkeeper, because right here Courtois keeps it at 0-0. Big save. Then off the corner you're going to see he fumbles on. A little bit of it's in the back of the net. It's 1-0.
Now chaos.
Video. So this play,
that's why VAR gets it right.
What do we make of Ajax so far? They've been really impressive.
They're the better team. We said they're bound to score a goal. They ended up winning the back of the net. They had a really good chance. It's been one, but Real can get out of their own hand.
Steve, Tottenham 0-0.
I think Spurs need to get a little tighter when they Spurs are playing some wonky balls and going the other way, and they've got to be a little more like they're trying to get up wall through.
What if Spurs have scored in their last games? It is 0-0 at Wembley. We're going to get you back out to the second half. Stay with us.
This match is brought to you by Hotels.com, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Jonathan folds as Taco Bell's beloved nacho fries vanish yet again.
Where did you?
To see another
dimension. Fried, seasoned in Mexico.
nacho fries.
Hello. It's just me.
But my queen told me that
we were. We split.
You're good, right?
I'm okay. Better with the other two.
I'm asking for her hand.
Oh, that's good. We could use one.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network, according to America's biggest test. Now with 5GE. More for your thing, that's our thing.
I'm going to start with some balayage clip-ins, then razor cut up to blunt angle. I'm retiring, you're my swan song.
What?
He's going to slap some here, Bob, and then he's going to move to Boca Raton. But you're going to look amazing.
Okay, there are multiples on the table. One is cash, 3 are FHA, 1 is VA. So what can you do?
She's saying a whole lot of people want to buy this house. But you got this.
It can be as simple as push button get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender.
Oh, the Coke? Is Pepsi okay? Did you say that is Pepsi or grrr? Excuse me? Of course Pepsi is grrr. Did you say okay? No. What kind of word is that?
Okay. Like this.
What? I wanted a Pepsi. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
When my occasional constipation is under control, I can get back to what matters.
Dulcolax provides dependable, effective relief. Choose stimulant-free Dulcolax stool softener for gentle, comfortable relief. Dulcolax puts you comfortably in control.
Family taco night is a heartburn night you can plan for, but surprise pizza at the office means heartburn you didn't expect. Zantac works when you need it. It relieves or prevents heartburn in as little as 30 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac. Eat your way, treat your way.
So with Xfinity Mobile, I can customize each line for each family member?
Yep. And since it comes with the internet, you can switch wireless carriers and save hundreds of dollars a year.
Are you pulling my leg?
Nope.
You're pulling my leg.
I think it's your dog.
Go with him. Good call.
Get the data options you need and still save hundreds of dollars.
You guys sell other dogs?
Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Customize each line by paying for data by the gig or get unlimited. And now get $200 back if you buy an eligible smartphone. Click, call, or
TNT. This match is brought to you by Hotels.com. Blaze, UEFA Champions League official sponsors.
Hi, welcome back to our Champions League coverage here on TNT. And live, we've got two scoreless games at the halfway point in today's action. We're going to take you back out to Wembley for the second Dortmund very shortly indeed. Just want to get some of this because it's 0-0 at this point. They need to try and get a result for a very tough against Dortmund. What do they need to do differently? We heard Steve. What are your thoughts about how Spurs get something out of this one?
I do think that they've been their own worst enemy, coughing up the ball in dangerous areas, and on transition and I think Dortmund are very, very dangerous. They need to find a way to get Eriksen more involved. Axel Witsel and Thomas have done a great team, but he's got to get a little bit drop a little deeper, just find pockets where he can pick up the ball and really orchestrate that attack, because when they can spring Son in in behind or Lucas Moore in behind, that's when they're a real threat and really dangerous.
Patience. And then create and power. Make it wider. But if you go straight in the middle, they don't have to move. They have to move the ball, they have to get it out, and then go for the middle. Then you can find Eriksson, one of the best to find the pocket.
All right, let's get you back out for the second half then. Clive Tilsley and Danny Higginbotham with the commentary.
4 of Tottenham Hotspur's last 5 wins have been by a single goal. Away goal that beat Leicester City 3-1 here on Sunday, the one exception. They won 13 games by the odd goal this season. Here alongside me, and let's look at the second change for them. Looks as if maybe that's what's in Mauricio Pochettino's mind, just to try to nick the victory.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing I was looking at as the players was coming onto the pitch. It's definitely been a little bit of a problem area with Alderweireld, but because Sancho has found some great areas and he's been ably assisted by Hakimi. But from Tottenham's perspective, if it ended up being a draw here, I don't think it would be a huge problem for Tottenham, because they could go then to Dortmund and then play sort of the counter-attack themselves, and they'll be hopeful that some more of the main players will be back then and there'll be a stronger team for it.
Here's the Tongan. Towards Son! Second half is just 7 years old. Son Heung-min continues his scoring spree, and Tottenham Hotspur have the lead. Crucial late goals in each of the last 3 Tottenham matches all here. He scored early in the second half tonight. Beaming again.
Well, we talked about Vertonghen being an unconventional wing back. This is absolutely brilliant from him. It is a very conventional winger's cross. It's a wonderful ball. It's movement from Son. He just gets back. Zagadou gets under the ball. Son, anybody in that place at that time, it is that man's Son, because he has been electric for Tottenham since arriving back from the Asian Cup. Great start for Tottenham to the second half. And like I say, Vertonghen, not a wing back, without question. Any winger that put that ball in would have been absolutely delighted. And Son is a grateful recipient.
Superb technique from the goal scorer. Left foot, it's difficult to know which is his stronger foot at times. That's a great boost for Tottenham Hotspur. What was I saying about 1-goal victories? Well, who knows? The nature of 21st century analysis is that you're always looking for a guy, there's somebody to blame, and certainly Dan Axel Zagadou was caught under the ball, but it was such a good cross.
It was a great cross, but it was a movement from Son. And by him coming to the near post, that then created the space for him to spin and spin around and get on the wrong side of Zagadou, and it's exactly what he did. But give great credit to Vertonghen. It is wonderful movement from Son, and he's putting the ball back to where it comes from. What happens is, from Berghuis' perspective, he's following the ball, so he takes that step to his left. So there's no way that he can readjust then to go back to his right. And it is a great finish. It's a tough finish that Son's very easy.
It's almost like a top-class wide receiver in American football, just losing his marker and anticipating the quarterback's throw. They were touch tight together. Son just a second or so before the South Korean pulled away.
A ball out because of that position. So therefore Zagadou definitely got where he necessarily wants to go, and that left acres of space behind him.
Watford, Newcastle United, Leicester City, and now Borussia Dortmund. Son Heung-min has scored against them all here in the last fortnight, and Tottenham have won the 3 previous games. Here's Jadon Sancho. Achraf Hakimi. Give it over. waiting, he wants to run. Quentin did pretty well in this.
The game could open wonderfully well now for Tottenham and for Son, because what you'll see now is Dortmund wanting to get back into the game, probably playing a higher line, and Son tending to go down that left-hand side, because as I said previously, he really fancies his chances. One, the more space there is in behind, the more joy that Son will have.
Football, he has scored goals against Dortmund for Hamburg and for Leverkusen in the past, and now Tottenham Hotspur. He did actually score against them here in the group stage last season too. Eriksson doesn't quite get the right angle on that. Lucas Moura gives a thumbs up to the idea. Axel Witsel, Mario Götze. Sissoko. He's presented the ball to Pulisic, and now Götze. Was he caught by Sanchez? No, says the referee, was well played. Son. Lucas was on the move, but Son asked a lot of him.
Every time Dortmund are attacking, Son's just side and he's waiting for the turnover. And what they've done, Tottenham, they've recognised that Dortmund were going down the right-hand side so much. So what they've done, they've just solidified that area. You've got Alderweireld and you've got Vertonghen, but Winks is just tending to drift over a little bit further that side, and Eriksson as well when Dortmund are attacking. But then the turnover, it's as though Tottenham have reversed things around and setting traps themselves. They're allowing Hakimi forward, knowing full well that if they win the ball, Toprak has to go into that right back position, exactly where Son wants to go, and Son will be looking to exploit that.
Son's goals made such a difference to the balance of that. Tottenham can almost play like a counter-attacking away team now. Highly rated in his home country. So at the turn of the year, he won the Best Football in Asia award for the third time. He said that he's been in the shadow of Harry Kane during his time at Tottenham, but it's perhaps only in the last 12-18 months that his full value has been truly appreciated. Eriksson. Here goes Vertonghen again. He's starting to enjoy himself down this side. He's found Son once more. Caught by Delaney. It's going to be a yellow card for Thomas Delaney. It's going to be a free kick in a very promising position for Tottenham. The only downside is the injury to Son.
It's a wonderful turn from Son. He had one thing on his mind. He did turn Delaney. He was probably going to look to get a shot off then. Delaney just completely bamboozled by Son. And when we talk about Son, I think at times we're only now starting to see how good he is. I think we've known how good he is, but now even more so, because previously there's Dele Alli, there's Eriksson, there's Kane on the pitch, and at times the biggest threat, whereas now he is the biggest threat and he's still dealing with it. He's still been a match winner in plenty of games, and that's full credit to him and what a player he is.
South Korea had a poor tie at the Asian Cup last month. Were expected to go all the way, and they came home after the group stage. And Tottenham Hotspur benefited. He is certainly making up for the absence of a couple of their most creative talents. Watch on. Talking of creative talent, here's standing over a dead ball. It was a poor one from Eriksson's perspective, certainly by his standards. Son trying to make something of it, and is offside.
And I think what Eriksson was trying to do, Son and Sissoko, they were in the wall and they were just trying to create space for Eriksson. Just a wall, but created.
Hotspur in a good position. They don't need telling what a difference one Dortmund away goal would make. The equilibrium of the tie. Dahoud. Vincent. So coming deep. Mid-ball. Keane. Missing to Vincent. And white shirts, goal side. Ted White. Goalkeeper's orange jersey, that is. Throw. Eyebrows have been raised on one or two comments he's made about Champions League qualification, how it counts for more than a trophy, specifically the two domestic cup competitions here in England. It is a particularly competitive top six in the Premier League at the moment. Arsenal and Chelsea in Europa League football tomorrow. All of the so-called big six clubs in England budget for the treasure chest of the Champions League. Finished third in the Premier League the last three seasons, not beyond the last 15 of a European competition since 2013.
I think one of the things we've seen in recent seasons with the Europa League, it's been difficult for teams to try and balance getting into the top four or actually looking to win the Europa League to get into the Champions League. Arsenal last season, obviously they were the ones that, you know, they tried to go for the Europa League, didn't work. Manchester United the year before, it did work for them. They finished outside the top four, but they won the Europa League and got themselves back into the Champions League. So it's a very difficult balancing act for the teams that are not playing in the Champions League and instead in the Europa League.
I think one of his better moments. The vocal backing for Dortmund remains unabashed. As if they didn't notice the goal. Can afford to be just a little bit more pragmatic now. Risky, he is fitted. Maybe not on his right foot, but it was the whole back run from Jan Vertonghen.
Well, the two centre-backs, Zagadou and Toprak, they don't look happy. Playing a higher line now, and Vertonghen, you know, we spoke about the problems he was having in the first half, complete role reversal. In the second half, taking the game to Dortmund down that side, and like I say, Dortmund playing higher up now, and Zagadou and Toprak, they just look a little bit uncomfortable. It's just meaning that Spurs midfielders are closer to the two centre-backs because they're pressing higher. They're not that comfortable in possession at the moment.
It's Toprak's sixth start of an injury. Zagadou's first senior game for 2.5 months through injury. Here's Eriksson. Keep a close eye on the two Dortmund centre-backs because they'll be playing from memory to a degree now. They'll be feeling the pace of this match.
And just as you said that, Zagadou on the far side, stretching off his back. That problem that Dortmund are having at the moment, hit with such key injuries, in the back in particular. centre-back positions. They've not been able to have a settled team.
Yeah, the injury to Manuel Akanji, the Swiss international centre-back, has been particularly problematic for them.
Great play.
Well, here's Christian Eriksen suddenly. Zagadou did well to recover, because had he not, Son had an open goal.
Just very clever. They do Tottenham. Take a quick free kick. Wow. It's a very close one. I don't know whether Zagadou's playing Eriksen onside, but quick thinking. Give credit to Zagadou, he got back in time, because that ball looked as though he was on its way to Son.
Eriksen will take the kick. Near post header by Alderweireld. Reasonably comfortable save for Burki. Here's it for you. Had Tottenham scored from that attack, VAR would definitely have reviewed it, and my first instincts were that it may well have been offside. As it is, there was no review, and Tottenham Hotspur got a corner that maybe they shouldn't have had. Because it wasn't a game-changing incident, it was only the award of a corner, it was not reviewed. Question, Tottenham scored a corner that they maybe shouldn't have had. That's then a game-changing incident. How far back can you go? Not that far. No.
I'd leave that to you, Clive, 100%.
Well, the video assistant referees can review incidents in the build-up to a goal, but that would fall in under that definition. Interesting. Oh, here's a run by Pulisic. Cross comes Sanchez. Mike still come for Pulisic, away by Alderweireld, rather anxiously. Yellow to Delaney. Pulisic suddenly clear there. I think he almost caught himself by surprise. Sissoko. He does love to make these bursts from midfield. Jan Vertonghen in towards Son. Well defended that. Yellow came across from left back.
Such a good run from Sissoko, but Vertonghen going again. And one we're having to see in this second half, and it's full credit to Vertonghen. Sancho's having to do more defending than he is doing attacking, and it's a good positioning from Diallo, comes all the way across from that left back position.
That might have been a goal kick, you know. It may well be Diallo, not that against, so corner's been given. Yeah, Vertonghen thinks he's Danny Rose. Eriksen with that corner, space at the far post for Foyt, and he didn't make the most of that. It was awkward, it was looping away from him, he had to contort his neck muscles to turn it back across the face of goal, but he just mistimed it. Sissoko. Here's Foyt again. This is such a tidy play. Seconds into this second half by Son Heung-min is the difference. Achraf Hakimi. Jadon Sancho's been quiet in this second half. Anything but in the first. deflated Dortmund. So, really good ball for Sissoko. In towards Lucas. Fantastic defending by Omar Toprak. The last-ditch defending.
It's a wonderful first-time ball from Son. Sissoko, we know how good he is when he gets into his stride, and like you've just said, it's great defending from Toprak, great positioning.
Gersa to Pulisic. Ball comes up Dahoud. Tottenham in charge at the moment. Tonga just getting his breath back after those pacey raids down this flank. I think it's a slightly different aerobic exercise playing at wing back from centre back.
I think one of the things is, and you mentioned about playing full back before, Alderweireld's done the same as well at right back, and Vertonghen's done it left back. Done it a lot of times for Belgium, but like you say, as a wing back, it's you have to get even further forward. But what they've done, obviously, had a chat at half time, Alderweireld and Vertonghen, and they've really sorted it out, because what we're finding is Sancho's not being able to get focused. He's actually having to defend more, and same with Hakimi. So down that left hand side, it's been the best case of defence. Best form of defence for Spurs has been attack.
The Dortmund rhythm section continues. About 10 times as many of those drums in 3 weeks' time in Germany. Zagadou, Delaney, Diallo. Lucien Favre has an awful lot in reserve to come and change this particular game. Maximilian Philippe is forward. Seen quite a bit of first team football. Rafael Guerreiro is rather mysteriously on the bench tonight. He's been a regular on the left of their attack of late. There has been a bit of flu around in the Dortmund camp, maybe. A little under the weather. Strangely, it's a scoreline that neither team would be too uncomfortable with at the moment. If there is another goal tonight, it could be a really decisive goal in the shape of the whole tie. Point of the second half. Aurier. Son. No foul. Pulisic. Götze. Good. Too long. Aurier with a loose moment. Delaney. Pulisic. Götze. Pulisic has gone on here. Delaney is forward. There's a rather extravagant little flick towards Sancho. I'm sure that he couldn't have gathered it in himself, Thomas Delaney. But here's Pulisic again. Delaney again. Chance for Dahoud to shoot, but it's not strong enough.
I don't know if he took the right option. Hakimi was just to the right of him. He had so much room to run into. Comfortable save from Lloris, but it's better from Dortmund. But what Spurs have done really well in this second half, they've they've crowded out Sancho so far. They're stopping the ball from getting into him. Whether it be Winks drifting over there or whether it be Ericsson, when Dortmund have got the ball, they've just cut the supply line up to him, and as of yet, we've not really seen him in this second half.
Plenty of Vertonghen against him. Ericsson's a smart player too, always prepared just to drop back and make an extra conventional midfield element. The team need it. Sanchez to Aurier. Vertonghen. Winks. Varel. Sissoko is comfortable in these wide positions. Voigt. Hit by Diallo. Calls for Ericsson. Smart from Voigt. More assured now, Tottenham. Sancho. Sanchez asking too much of Varel. Get away with it.
This is his first allowed Aurier to get back into position, and he dealt with the danger.
Ericsson. Might come for Lucas. Wookie is alert. Trying to play Pulisic in. And a header from Zagadou. Falls on Lucas. The face first. No, Achraf Hakimi recovers. This now because Dortmund are just on in search from a little stretch, but perhaps a little bit more optimistic.
Paulo and Hakimi pushing forward, try and go and help out, and if I can give the main width going forward. What you'll see is Lucas and Son just probably taking either side of the centre half, as we're seeing here now from Son, just looking to get on the outside of the centre backs, and that's where all the space will be.
Maybe link centre backs now. Dahoud up to Gertz, couldn't link with Sancho. That's not a bad cross either. It's found Son. Deflected.
Spurs now that are taking advantage in the wide areas. Took a deflection off Zagadou. I think it would have been comfortable enough for Berkey. Tottenham find themselves with another set piece, and they're using the wide areas really well now. They're winning a lot of second balls and are not allowing Dortmund to get any type of rhythm.
Borussia Dortmund just the best half here at Wembley. Tottenham Hotspur much better the second. don't have the officials behind the goals now. We have VAR in Champions League. Taking error. It will count for Lucas. It will be another corner.
He didn't deal with the initial ball in. I think he just takes the deflection, which takes it target from Delaney. It's a very important block as well, because it looked as though it was goal bound from Lucas.
Referee almost pointing towards the screen at the side of the field as if to say, the cameras are watching you. Maybe it was a review there. Eriksson. Header away by De Hood, and the shot by Lucas. Well, there were a lot of people between him and his target, but it was way off target. And here's the familiar figure of Marcel, and will place Zagadou, who's short of match fitness. Smelser hasn't been a regular since the early part of the season, suffered a broken ankle in September. There'll be a couple of starts since then. He is very experienced, one-club man. He actually was Jurgen Klopp's left back here in the 2013 final. It was Germany's left back at the time.
I think we saw Zagadou. As though he was starting to tire, he's stretching his thigh, so then we'll see Diallo go into that left-sided centre-back position with Smelter just taking the place at left-back.
Sanchez. Yamaton. Harry Winks. Foyt settled to his game in the second half. So to Son. Aurier. Son. Sissoko chasing.
I think he's had a huge influence in this second half. Sissoko dominating that midfield area, asking questions offensively, getting forward to the central midfielders. Then between the defensive midfield and the likes of Goetze, that's where they're struggling to plug the gappers in terms of the turnover and getting forward.
I was maybe reviewed for handball because the ball definitely struck the ladies. That's what the VAR was for. It has to be deliberate. Part of the consideration for that is the arm position. I'm not sure that it is in those circumstances, ball being blasted against you. No penalty. About 1 goal wins for Tottenham. Late goals have been a feature of their Champions League season from the moment they conceded 2 late goals to lose the opening match to Inter in San Siro in September. Fernando Llorente is being ready. He scored a late winner against Watford in a Premier League game here a couple of weeks ago. Business of the evening may not be done. Sancho was fouled.
You see when Sancho gets the ball, the amount of players look to get around. You've got Winks there, you've got Sissoko. No, that's That's what they've done so much better in the second half. Spurs, they, like I said previously, they've dominated the midfield. They've not allowed well, every time the ball up, there's been 2 or 3 Spurs players around them. Tottenham had all as a result. Hakimi. Not run 3 weeks. Every time Dortmund are getting the ball, Spurs are just showing them inside. You know, soaking into and wings. You know, and Spurs are happy when Dortmund pick the ball up and say, okay, you're not going to get down the side. They're so congested that more often than not, Spurs are winning the ball back.
Last 10 minutes. Goal in the opening seconds of the second half from Son Heung-min separates the 2 teams. The second leg in Germany is 3 weeks away. Eriksen. It's a terrific ball. Son free for a moment. Couldn't quite take it in his side. Better of forcing it. Bit of a dilemma for the 2 coaches, isn't it, Danny? Because it's not a terrible scoreline for either.
No, it's not. I think from Tottenham's perspective, they'll want to have what they hold, but really I think especially now when you look at the centre-back, the centre-backs around, and I think that Juventus might be able to take advantage.
Hit by Eriksen, blocked by Delaney, and back by Sanchez. Pushed in by Aurier, chance for the corner! Oh, what a night he's having! Jan 2-0 for Tottenham. Set up the opening goal at the start of the second half for Son. And now his 3rd Tottenham goal in more than 5 years. They don't happen very often. Has really given them the advantage in the tie. Jan Vertonghen.
Well, in the first half, he certainly didn't left wing back. One of the best players in world football, the way he's been getting forward, and never get back. What a finish that is! That's not a centre-back finish. That's a centre-forward finish. Perky, absolutely no chance. And although his positioning may have been a little bit out in the first, it's been anything but that. And the second half has belonged to Spurs. They've just upped it as the time's gone by, and Dortmund have had absolutely no answer.
And it's another crucial late goal for Tottenham Hotspur. It has been their chosen specialist subject in the last few weeks. Conceding a couple of late goals in Milan. They conceded late again to draw in Eindhoven. Just 1 point. Goals from Harry Kane to beat PSV here. An 80th minute winner from Christian Eriksen against here. An 85th Lucas equaliser in the Nou Camp to qualify for the knockout stages. And now in their first knockout game, they have charge of the tie thanks to an 83rd minute goal from Jan Vertonghen. Well, they've got a free kick, a late free kick to defend. Is on. who's done well. Delaney trying to hook it on, and Llorente brought him centre forward, is doing a good impression of the centre half at the moment. Vertonghen wants some more. He's got a bit too excited that time. He's got to defend, and he can do that too. Son Heung-min, look at this opportunity now for Sissoko. Got two in top Warrington. Llorente was free at the far side. Schmelz turns it away. Corner kick.
Well, they've just gone up another level this half. Dortmund haven't been able to deal with their energy, their desire, their physicality. I think Sissoko, as much as anybody, shows that as well. The way that he's got beyond Dortmund's midfield, there's just been no answer from Dortmund. They've not been able to step up. They've not been able to step their pace up to keep a hold of Spurs.
3 setbacks again. Aren't quite finished here. Eriksen takes. And they scored again! Fernando Llorente come off the bench. And Tottenham are clear. 3-0. What spirit they've shown in the last week. And now abroad. These crucial late goals are no coincidence. Tottenham stay the course, and Fernando Llorente, who's had his ups and downs, that's for sure, a late winner against Watford here. And in the context of the tie, that might be a winner.
Oh, it's been an incredible second half from Llorente. He just uses his strength. Continuing on the ball. He's on the side of it. Fantastic ball. Nobody could have predicted this scoreline at half-time, but Pochettino deserves unbelievable credit because he's kept the same system in the second half, but he's made a few tweaks which have just not been able to get out. He's dominated that midfield area. Plays like Sissoko, Vertonghen, they've just gone on to another level in this half, and they've completely blown Dortmund away, and they're fully deserved of this 3-0 lead because it's been a magnificent second half from Spurs.
Jadon Sancho, good first half, is going to end second half. Chasing experience for him now. Guerrero is on. And just as late goals are part of the Tottenham mentality at the moment, so conceding late goals has maybe become suddenly a ghost for Dortmund. 3 in the last 15 minutes against Hoffenheim at the weekend, and now 2 in the last 10 minutes here against Spurs. Good habits, bad habits, they're difficult to get out of.
When you look at top-class managers, important times in the games, whether it's before the game, half-time is key time for a manager to get his message across, problem solvers. And that's exactly what Pochettino has proved himself to be time and time again, but in particular in this game, because they've just taken control in this second half. They've been absolutely magnificent. They've nullified what they've actually done. They've nullified Dortmund, and they've made Dortmund's strength their weaknesses by dragging the opposition forward players back. They don't want to defend.
Dortmund have got 2 new wide men on the field because Jakob Brun Larsen, number 34, the 20-year-old Dane, come on the left wing, Guerrero on the right, and now going to make a change of their own and bring on Eric of the irrepressible Min.
It's been absolutely brilliant. It makes this finish look so easy. But he knows exactly where the goalkeeper's coming from, and he puts it in that direction. There's nothing that Berkey could do about it.
2 superb controlled volleys from Son there and from Vertonghen by from Fernando Llorente. Talked about the balance of the tie and whether there would be another goal tonight. What a difference either have been. That's the difference they made. Borussia Dortmund play on their home ground, you'll know that. It is very intimidating to go and play, but it's less intimidating if you start the night 3-0 up, which at the moment Spurs look like they may well do. Guerrero helps it on. Goetze hit by Guerrero. Oh, far away, by the way. And his favourite body almost got that to bend enough.
They had Lloris worried. Guerrero, a player that we thought would be playing. It was a good air, but he just doesn't get enough curl to bring it back inside that far post.
It's a wonderful effort, isn't it? Haven't seen an awful lot of Victor Wanyama this season. He came on the last 10 minutes here on Sunday against Leicester. That was only his second appearance in 3 months. He's going to take over from Moussa Sissoko for the closing moments of this game. He's shuffled his deck so well in the last few weeks in the absence of some key players. Not just Ali. From Dembele seemed to be victory. First left backs were dubious tonight. Only Ruth made the bench. Ben Davies didn't. But his makeshift left wing back has come up trumps for him. Eric Love. He's got to spend the rest of the night in that corner. The decision has gone Borussia Dortmund's way. This is a shaker for Dortmund. This is their 7th straight season in the Champions League, but be a couple of quarter-finals in that time. They've got such a good chance to win their first Bundesliga title since 2012. That's got to be their priority. But they were right in this Champions League tie 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure that's still in it. Assaulted by Alderweireld. It's another late show from Maurizio Pochettino's Tottenham Hotspur. 2 goals in the...
Was a convincing win for Spurs in a game that many thought they could be tested in. Drama late in the game between Ajax and Real of Jonathan Pearce versus the commentary.
It's that the referee didn't choose to look at a TV screen. He would have inside the box. Can if it's outside the box if he's referred. That's a cross strike by Ziyech wide. Now, afraid because they've been so good. They don't deserve a 2-goal deficit going back to Madrid. It's about game management for them now. Free kick for the foul on De Ligt. Here's Yafika. The noise has been deafening and it hasn't stopped. Means so much to Amsterdam, to Dutch, playing at this level again. And great for the game, I think. If you were brought up on the Ajaxes, the Feyenoords, they've got a chance here now. Oh, I ran away from Tadic and out of play. Some forward, spin beat him there. Yeah, world football needs Italy back in contention. We've seen them miss out on the tournament. Needs the Netherlands back in contention. The only way you're going to do that is by bringing younger players through. The name of the great Johan Cruyff over this mighty stadium. Revolutionary stadium, really, in many ways. He came off to Kroos, Mariano Diaz. Tony Pico into the challenge and through the cut. De Jong, Zayat. Here's young Neres into the box. Chance, oh, and he squandered it. The substitute Dolberg and Courtois got lucky. What an opportunity. He slipped to the floor there as well.
It's an opportunity for Ajax to tie that one up. It's an opportunity they've let slip through their fingers, Mo.
100%. And you imagine that's the kind of position you want to be in, especially in a moment like that 90th minute. And he just, maybe the nerves got the better of him, lost his footing there a little bit, and just couldn't get the finish in the end.
No, you're absolutely right. But that's the difference between a top side and a contender, because they did very well, but they didn't follow up on the chances. You see, Madrid had one chance and they scored immediately, and that is when you play against Real Madrid. You have to finish your chances.
Yeah, I said they ended today after 19 big wins. Spurs won 3-0 score at home against Dortmund, who are sitting at the top of the table in Germany. Remember, they come out of this one though very much in second place. Ajax had one denied in the first half. Real Madrid took the lead. Ajax later levelled. You can't help but feel that Real Madrid big result there, 2-1 away from home. They're looking very good for the next leg. We'll be back with more after the break.
That is brought to you by Hotel.com. And Blaze, UEFA Champions League official sponsors.
That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Shaquem, get in here. Take your razor, yep. Alright, up and down, never side to side. Shaquem, you got it? Come on, get back. Shaquem, we're second. Stay focused. Can't nobody beat you. Ain't nobody beat you. All right, baby. Okay, on. You got this. Win. 141st day. Galaxy Arsenal leg. Alright, let me see.
You wouldn't trust a 2-star sushi restaurant.
You don't call the first plumber on the list, do you?
You wouldn't hire a 2-star mechanic.
So why do you stick with a bank that treats you like this?
Isn't it time you look for better?
Ask your friends.
Ask your coworkers. We're pretty sure they'll send you over to us.
Because we're not just a bank.
We're an ally. Ally, this is Pamela. How can I help you?
It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can tell you, put aside you. Do what you want to do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Suppression 3255 200
There are those who stand forever ready. Ready to defend the nation. Ready to fight for what matters. No matter what. what it takes? Find out at GoArmy.com/warriors.
You can turn left. You can turn right. Or if you're behind the wheel of the all-new BMW X5, you can decide not to turn at all. Unless you absolutely have to. The all-new BMW X5. Confidence is yours. Drive the all-new 2019 BMW X5 and receive exceptional offers.
This is not a bed. It's a revolution in sleep. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed is on sale now from $8.99 during the Ultimate Sleep Number event. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It even helps with this. So you wake up ready to hit the ground running. Only at a Sleep Number store. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus 24-month financing on all smart beds. Only for a limited time. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep.
Post-match is presented by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. This match is brought to you by Lay's, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Welcome along to the Champions League coverage, TNT and BR Live. It was a night of big celebrations for Spurs at Wembley. Maybe missing Harry Kane and Dele Alli, but they still found a way to win and to look good doing it. 3-0 the final score against Borussia Dortmund. Okay, welcome along to the studio.
This match is brought to you by Hotels.com, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
I'll take a Coke.
Is Pepsi okay?
Is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi okay? Ow! Our puppy's okay. Is a shooting star okay? Is the laughter of a small child okay? Pepsi's more than okay. It's okay! Okay, what have we learned today?
You want a Pepsi?
I want a Pepsi.
There you go. Oh, come!
I gotta come up with my
Okay!
Hi guys, this is the Chevy Equinox. Beautiful.
Wow.
Technology inside.
Ooh, this is fancy.
Available HD surround vision camera.
The top?
It helps you see dangers around the. What is that?
What? Wait, what is that?
Oh my God.
These are big alligators.
Now we're surrounded.
So who's getting out first?
I don't know, but we're keeping this camera on.
Team, bring it in. Bring it in. When I think of defense, I think of Rocket Mortgage. They created Rate Shield. It protects your rate while you home. Big J gets it. Rates go up. But if rates go down, they'll give you the lower rate, and that can save you some serious cash. Let's bring it in!
Quick Mortgage, Rocket Mortgage, proud supporter of college athletics.
I dream of reaching my highest peak.
I dream of soaring.
I dream of getting my Taco Bell delivered. Like, to my house.
No one's
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather stay in and have Taco Bell handed to me.
I don't know the meaning of failure.
I don't know how to quit.
Am I in the right commercial? Oh, we're doing it, guys. Achieving our dreams. Hey, thank you.
Introducing Taco Bell Delivery. Delivered by Grubhub.
Kill him. Put an end to the pain. You look like Lil Jon to Lil Wayne.
hate me. See, I made auto-tune hot. Too bad you can't auto-tune your jump shot.
All new battles, including filmmaker Kevin Smith versus actor Jason Mewes on Drop the Mic, tonight at 10 on TNT. And watch anytime on demand and the TNT app.
CR Football Post-Match is presented by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. This match is brought to you by Lay's, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
Hello and very warm welcome to our coverage of the Champions League, the BR Football post-match show. I'm Kate Abdo, joined in Atlanta by Edgar Davids and Mo Adu. Over in LA, we've got Tim Howard, Steve Holden.
Steve Holden.
Never
say that.
My apologies.
No, nothing.
Two fantastic games just wrapped up. We had Spurs against Dortmund, Ajax against Real. We'll get you the highlights of the latter in a minute, but first of all, let's go to this one. Tottenham against Dortmund. Mo.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. I think when you look at these highlights, you thought in the first half, Dortmund looked like the team that was more likely to score. But as the game progressed and second half started, you saw a completely shift in tides. But
Best start for Christian Pulisic as well. Did you enjoy seeing him?
I did enjoy seeing him. I thought he did well. I would like to see him score this goal here. But especially in the first half, he was bright, he was active, constantly finding the ball in dangerous spots. So you see a shot from long range, but as the second half came on, the game just completely shifted. Tottenham found a way to really get a foothold in the game, start pressing from higher positions. So you see the ball into the back post, Zagadou getting a header. But the second half was a different game. What do you think?
The second half. Let's go to Steve Nash for this one for a second, though, because this is a big moment to restart the game, Steve.
Well, when you think of left-sided players in world football, you think Neymar, Hazard, and Jan Vertonghen.
Super Jan.
He was.
Oh, wait, you were talking though before the game about how he was going to be playing higher up the left-hand side. Did you expect him to play this far up the left side though?
Get it on.
I did, and I know it doesn't always look pretty with Jan, but he rarely gives the ball away, even in tight spaces, even under pressure. He's very clever. He just doesn't look beautiful. But he's such a tidy player in so many different roles, and I know for his country he's played on the left. But I think part of the big issue for Spurs in the first half is the jam ball through the middle.
Jan.
What a finish!
It's a tough finish for even a striker. For him to be able to side foot that at pace, keep it down. As you mentioned, he's a good footballer. Good footballer's going to down.
With Spurs, you see those up.
Squeetsu.
Squeetsu. Ça, c'est une journée de